Hey everybody, welcome back to more Peace Walker. We haven't done this in a while. Last time we encountered a man who looked a lot like Otacon. And then something else happened and we're in a battle. I'm gonna have to... I'm actually loaded up an old save file so that I have all my old stuff because I'm really tired of managing my troops on the stream and I don't really want to do that. Pupa battle. That's what I want to do. That was the next one. So I'm just gonna be doing this with equipment way better than I'm supposed to have.
And I've got no idea how to bring it down. Maybe the scientist knows. However you do it, take that thing out.
Diz isn't here right now, and I don't know if anybody, I don't think anybody watching has this game, so I'm just gonna do this on my own. Let's go ahead and take a look at briefing files, I guess.
Watch out! It's El Galapago. It reduces its body weight by blasting air underneath it. That makes it a lot faster than any tank. It also has a tight turning radius.
Any weak points?
Taking out its boosters could reduce its acceleration. You could also try destroying its machine guns.
I'll give it a shot.
We've lost many compas to that thing. Send it to the scrapyard.
Pass. What was the government thinking, building a power plant at the top of a mountain? With no river to replenish the water, the lake would dry up pretty quick.
If it were an ordinary power plant, but the plan called for a pumped storage power plant.
Pumped storage power plant? Kaz mentioned that too. What is that?
It is a facility that generates electricity by pumping water up to the lake, then letting it run back down.
Huh. Seems Sisyphean to me.
If they turned the water into electricity as soon as they had pumped it up, sure. But a pumped storage plant acts as a kind of battery.
A battery?
For instance, they could pump at night when there is surplus electricity and store it for later use. If they need extra power during the day, they can generate it using water pumped up during the night.
I get it. It's a little more difficult to adjust output with thermal or nuclear plants.
The thing is, Costa Rica won't have enough electricity to meet its needs. Right now, there is no surplus.
Maybe that's what put the brakes on the project. Must have played right into the CIA's hands.
A lot of attention to detail on the setting in this game. I never really paid much attention to it. Oh, and as you can see, I can play as my own troops for this mission, even though I haven't been able to do that in the past because it requires you to play as Snake the first time. I also have the battle armor with the helmet. That's something that you're not supposed to get until later. And as you can see, I have a bunch of amazing items, including a box tank. I'm not gonna play as Bobolink. I'm gonna play as Snake. I forgot I had him equipped with the tuxedo. You get that when you beat the game. I could have him wear the tuxedo. It's not exactly suited for anything. It's really not very good for this mission. I'm probably going to just go ahead and either wear DPM, like I have been, or wear the battle armor with helmet. Which makes his headband actually kind of make sense. There's also an actual sneaking suit that you get later as well, but I'm actually having trouble finding it for some reason. It's in here somewhere. It's just a long selection that's completely not organized. It's kind of hard to find anything. Oh, it's at the very top. Here's a sneaking suit. I don't know why the preview always has him using a shield. I guess because the silenced weapons, I don't know. I guess because you can use... Because using a pistol? I don't know. You can use a shield with a pistol, though. I don't really know why you'd bother bringing a shield to a sneaking mission, but I'm just going to use battle with helmet.
Combat.
There's no reason for me to bring Mosin Nagant. There is a stealth gun. The stealth gun makes somebody else invisible. You can't use it on yourself. And it has very limited battery. A lot of these guns have higher ranks because I've made them better through research. I can make them less powerful if I want to. I don't know why I would, but I can. There is also a banana. We'll be seeing that later. Let's see, what do I want to use? I seem to remember liking all of the machine guns pretty much. But the heavier equipment you carry, the slower you go. So, I could bring multiple rocket launchers with me. I could do that. That is a thing I could do. I definitely... The thing is, like, some of these use the same ammo. So that would be a problem. But, I don't know what I want to do. I guess I'll bring this. This seems like a good choice, I guess. Or... what is this? I don't remember all my guns. Oh, yeah, this seems like a cool gun. Let's bring this. Okay. Don't really need that. Anti-tank mine, however, might be useful. I guess grenades would be useful. Okay, I think this is good. So I'm still micromanaging a little bit, but I'm not going to be doing as much, I guess. Yeah, I could just bring all the rocket launchers. Okay. As you probably noticed, this game isn't really heavy on cutscenes. It mostly does everything through radio contact. It does have some cutscenes though, but usually not at the start of a mission, so I can usually just start talking. Trying to remember the controls. It's been a little while since I played this game. So,
That's an AI weapon, the Pupa. It's fast, so be careful. If you destroy the boosters on the left and right, you could stop it from charging at you. Lie flat to avoid getting hit when it charges.
I'm trying to remember how to reload. That's the button. Oh, I really thought I escaped it that time. I really thought I could just duck under it. So, I'm doing ridiculous damage to this thing because of the weapons I'm using. Yeah, this upgraded law seems to be the way to go. Takes 2 bars of health every time.
Action, climb into the AI pod. You should be able to.
So since I didn't really blow up a whole lot of the parts on this thing, I probably won't get, but I still did damage to them, I probably won't get a lot of parts. But, I also won't get a lot of AI, things. I don't remember if we had something like this, if Diz and I had something like this, last time, or when we did this before. But you can steal AI pods. Oops, I missed the prompt. To get an extra one, I think. Oh, no, I didn't.
You can unlock memory boards by destroying the mechanical components that they control.
Yeah, just like Huey is telling
Any
me.
boards you remove can be used to build our own AI weapon. Memory boards have different functions according to the icons displayed over them. Go ahead and take whichever ones you want.
And now I just have to wait it out. Now, if Diz were here, what he'd be seeing right now is he'd be continuing to fight what is this thing called again? He'd be continuing to fight it right now. It'd be getting up and attacking him. And he could destroy parts on it. And that would unlock more AI parts. But since I'm alone, I can't do anything, so I just have to wait it out. We'll be building our very own kind of machine later, and that's why we're collecting parts and AI.
That was an unmanned weapon. A prototype. I made it myself.
Who are you?
I work here. Well, used to, anyway. Name's Huey. And who might you be? You don't look like one of those mercenaries.
Me. I'm an entomologist.
A fighting entomologist?
Yeah, I specialize in butterflies. I'm here to catch Ulysses.
Ulysses? Huh. I didn't think they lived in Costa Rica. Morphos, maybe?
That's it. Need to get some before the Washington Treaty goes into effect.
Says here Morphos aren't covered under the treaty.
Must have slipped my mind.
You sure you're feeling all right?
Anyway, long story short, the butterfly got away. So how about it, Doc? Did you make that big butterfly too?
Yes. And no.
What was that thing? What are they doing here?
Huh. Something tells me you're no ordinary entomologist. The nukes were loaded on that machine. The project's entering its final phase.
Project?
That's right. The thermonuclear warheads they brought in, the bases scattered throughout Costa Rica, the mercenaries, the AI weapons, the research we were conducting here. It's all for this. We used this facility to develop unmanned weapons.
Unmanned?
Robots. The one you just fought was a pupa. There's also a flying type called Chrysalis, and a treaded type, the Cocoon. Motor control, target detection, tracking, attack, capture, and transport functions are all controlled by an electronic brain. There's no need for a human pilot. They can only follow simple commands, though.
Why build them here?
For the CIA. They invited me here a year ago.
That's who that guy was.
CIA's station chief for Central America. Goes by the name of Hot Coldman. Apparently he was some sort of hero back at the height of the Cold War. He's the one running the show. We called it the Peace Walker Project.
Peace Walker.
They're going to deploy a new type of nuclear weapon along the Caribbean coast of Latin America. A mobile, unmanned nuclear platform.
Unmanned nuclear platform.
A fail-deadly system that can automatically move into position and launch a retaliatory nuclear strike. It can move on its own, and stealth shields it from radar and satellite detection, drastically reducing the risk of it being destroyed in a preemptive strike.
And this is the new deterrent?
Supposed to be. The problem is the locomotion system. There's no dry season in the Caribbean. It rains all year round. The terrain is full of tropical rainforest. A lot of the time you can't even build a proper road. So I went back to where it all started.
What's that?
Legs. Walking power. A mobile launcher carrying a thermonuclear warhead even more powerful than the Soviet RDS-220s. That's Peace Walker.
Chico's Basilisco.
We did the assembly and field testing here.
A walking nuke.
I sort of borrowed the original idea from behind the Iron Curtain.
The missing link between infantry and artillery. Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. But they'd actually need to deploy dozens of them. Coldman needs funding for that. And to get it, he's planning a test, which will also serve as a demonstration for the folks back at Langley.
Wait, he's launching a nuke to prove that his perfect deterrent works?
In his words, to prove that if someone attacks us, we will strike back. Put simply, nuclear deterrence is the idea of using nukes to keep nukes in check. If one side launches nuclear weapons, the other is sure to launch theirs in retaliation, which makes launching an act of suicide. In the end, neither side can use its nukes. It's thanks to this doctrine that the world's two superpowers have avoided all-out confrontation. Nuclear deterrence has brought us peace. At the very least, it's prevented another world war from breaking out. But the theory of nuclear deterrence exists only on paper. In reality, there's no guarantee that either side would follow through with retaliation. There's the chance that a preemptive strike could destroy all the missile bases, render them unable to retaliate. But the biggest flaw in the theory is that the decision to retaliate has to be made by human beings. Let me give you a real-world example. Let's say Country X launches first against Country Y. If the people in charge of Country Y are like you and me, they're not going to be able to retaliate, knowing that they're effectively ending all human life.
So then the weak link in nuclear deterrence theory is the uncertainty of retaliation.
Bingo. And that creates a loophole Country X can exploit to launch the first strike. Which is why we designed the system to be unmanned. With Peace Walker, retaliation is certain. It chooses the appropriate target and launches a retaliatory nuclear strike, every time, without needing human input to make the call. Launching a nuclear strike against Peace Walker is tantamount to pushing the launch button against yourself. It closes the loophole in nuclear deterrence theory, rendering our friends in Country X completely unable to launch. What Coldman is saying is that to achieve this goal, we need to demonstrate that retaliation will be carried out by a machine. He will launch his nuke. And then his version of deterrence will be complete.
And you believe him?
I believe in peace through nuclear deterrence.
Why?
My father worked on the Manhattan Project. He put his whole life into that research. And all it created was this illusion of peace called deterrence. And then I was born, unable to walk. I had no choice but to face up to the nukes. But if they do end up launching, it'll all have been for nothing. They've got to be stopped.
Where'd they take the warheads?
To a base near the border. The final test is 5 days from now.
Where's the base?
You're gonna stop them? It's kind of a hike. And besides, there's a surefire way to halt the project. You see, Peace Walker isn't quite finished yet.
What do you mean?
It's missing one last critical structural component. The AI. Its brain. The reptile pod, The electronic brain I was working on can only follow commands like, go there, attack that. I guess you could compare it to the human cerebellum. But for nuclear deterrence to work, it must function in place of a human decision maker. It needs something to analyze the huge volumes of data coming in and select an appropriate target for retaliation. Hence, it needs the high-level decision-making ability of a cerebrum.
A mechanical cerebrum.
The hardware configuration is modeled on the human brain, similar to the pod I worked on, but its role is completely different.
Where's it being made?
A research lab to the north. An AI expert named Dr. Strangelove is developing it. Very hush-hush.
Dr. Strangelove.
Strangelove was recruited from the States, too. In the field of AI, there's no one better, that's for sure. But man, what a basket case. She hates everybody. Go to the lab and destroy Peace Walker's cerebrum. I'm pretty sure they haven't finished the final calibrations yet. I'll lend you my ID card. It'll get you through security at the lab. Oh, and one more thing.
What's this? A letter of recommendation?
Yeah, it's from me to Dr. Strangelove. Don't read it, okay?
So what will you do now?
I'm done with science. At this rate, I'm probably already halfway to hell anyway.
Not so fast. Why not join us? Our place is outer heaven. You'd fit right in.
Outer heaven?
Yeah.
I'm probably better suited to something like that than this paradise.
Good. You get a free balloon trip for signing up. Enjoy it. You'll feel like a butterfly.
You're an agent, right? Who do you work for?
Me. I was a Cold War tool, same as you. Now I'm not so useful anymore, so they cut me loose. I don't answer to anyone. Call me Snake.
Snake. That name seems familiar somehow.
That's probably just deja vu.
You see that there? Beyond the cloud forest? See those ruins?
Yeah.
That's where you'll find Dr. Strangelove's lab.
So that was Huey. We have recruited Huey. I already did it, so the notification might not pop up, but you do get him in your base, and you probably want to put him in your science tree, and your technical whatever.
Snake,
Oh,
the doctor's safe here with us.
Huey, how are you feeling?
Never better. This is quite the pad you've got here, boss. I'm impressed.
Call me Snake.
Whatever you say. Like it or not, everyone here calls you boss. By the way, if you're at all interested in improving your tech, by all means assign me to the R&D section. I'm pretty sure I'll be of some use. Once we have the necessary materials and blueprints, we can start work on that bipedal mech.
I appreciate that, but are you sure you're okay with having your work used for war?
I'll be using it to keep past mistakes in check. If I can help thwart the Peace Walker project, I'm happy to do it.
Deterrence theory, Huey style, huh?
Anyway, if you need any intel on the enemy's weapons or electronic brains, contact me. I've been given my own frequency.
Sounds good to me, Doc. I'll do that.
Good. Whatever the means, you must put a stop to their plans.
oh my! Look at that huge spoiler there. Let's not look at that. So I don't think that was supposed to appear. I think it's because I've already kind of done my thing. I've already beaten this game on this save file, so I don't think that's too bad a spoiler. I'm not gonna talk about it though. All right, so you guys, well, well, you guys probably noticed in the stream that there was a lot of stutter, and you guys watching on YouTube probably noticed a great increase in quality of this video. I'm sorry to say that will not continue. I'm going to right now change my broadcast settings because this is stuttering pretty bad. So I'll be right back with a lower quality video, but something that streams a little better. So be right back in a minute.